Did you know I spent almost 30 minutes watching this movie before I actually even knew I was watching the wrong movie? Yeah, so that happened. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. So, like I just said, I got this movie recommended to me from a friend off of Facebook, Patrick Maloche. And he asked me the other night if I had seen a movie called Monster Party. And I was like, no, I haven't, but I'll definitely watch it because I have it. I got it sent to me. And I thought it was a movie called The Book of Monsters, which I was going to do a trailer review for a while back, but I just kind of forgot about it. And I was excited for that movie. I'd never even heard of this Monster Party, to be honest with you, because I thought it was Book of Monsters. So, anyways, popped it in yesterday, started watching it, and I'm like, 15, 20 minutes into it, and I'm like, I don't recognize any of these faces from the trailer that I watched of Book of Monsters. I'm like, what am I missing here? And then almost a half an hour goes by, and like to the point where they're in this mansion, right? And I'm thinking, what the fuck is not happening here? This is supposed to have like practical creature effects and all sorts of monsters in it. So I paused it, went on IMDb, and punched in Monster Party, and I'm like, I'm watching the wrong fucking movie. So anyways, so we're not talking about Book of Monsters tonight. We're talking about Monster Party. But I will say this, I am glad I watched this fucking movie because despite some of the bad reviews it's getting, I thought it was really good. It's not a great movie, you know what I mean? Like, you're probably going to forget about it after a week or two, and it's not one you're going to talk about, down the road. But when you're watching it, it pulls you in, and it's very fast paced, and it's really quite good. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to do any spoilers, or I'm going to do my best to not do any spoilers, because the less you know about this movie, as I found out, the better, because it's good. I like the idea, as crazy as it is. Now, it's directed by Chris Van Hoffman, who's done a few other flicks, but most notably, I think he did one in 2016 called The Drifter. But I had never heard of him before, but man, I know about him now because I really did like this flick. Now, this movie actually has quite a few recognizable faces in it. The three main characters are Casper, Iris, and Dodge, played by Sam Strike, Virginia Gardner, who actually was just in the new Halloween movie, and then Brandon Michael Hall. You'll probably recognize their faces, and even the I don't know how to describe this because I don't want to give it away, but the family that's in this movie and their friends that come to this party. Robin Turney's in this, who is in The Craft. Who else? Julian McMahon, who you know who he is because he played Doctor Doom in those god-awful fucking Fantastic Four movies. Jamie Ward's in this, and then another face that I recognized right away was Lance Reddick, and he was in both John Wick movies. He's the guy that plays the I don't know if he's like a bellhop or not a bellhop, but he signs you in when you come into the hotel there. I can't remember what it is, but he's the one that looks after John Wick when he comes in. He's the colored fella that looks after him. He's got a very recognizable face, and he plays a great role in this movie. It's awesome. He plays Milo. So anyways, basically what the movie revolves around is there's these three friends, and they're also thieves, Casper, Iris, and Dodge, and they're burglars. They're younger. I think they're in their late teens, maybe early 20s, but they're burglars, and they're pretty on the ball as to how they do it and stuff. And it actually shows them breaking into a house at the very beginning, and it's pretty cool to see how organized they are. Anyways, there's one last heist they want to do because Iris also kind of works a side job for a catering service, and there's this huge party supposed to be going on at this mansion, and they want to break into it and get one last big haul and then kind of take off. And then Casper, Sam Strike, his dad gets into like gambling problems, and he it's funny because they walk in and he's just getting the shit kicked out of him. His dad is. He walks in on him at the strip club there, because the loan shark is beating the hell out of him. So, anyways, Casper says I'll pay whatever he owes, and it's like 10 grand. So I mean, it's not. I mean, it's a big amount of money to some, but not as much as I thought it was going to be. But anyways, so he doesn't want to do this last heist because he doesn't think they can pull it off. And he doesn't want to get caught. But he has to now to save his dad. So, I mean, we've seen this story 1,000 times before, but it's always cool, and it gives him something to shoot for, sort of deal. Kind of like a Don't Breathe sort of thing. Where actually this had a Don't Breathe feel to it throughout. But yeah, so they mask as this catering service. And they do the night for this family or this get together that they're gonna have, and I can't really say anything beyond that because it's too bad really, because the trailer really does give too much away, and even if you read the synopsis of this movie, it gives a lot away. But if you haven't seen this movie, I don't want to tell you what they walk into or what they get involved with, because it's really. This movie, if you really want to enjoy it and get the full awesomeness of it, just go in knowing nothing, like I did. I thought I was watching a totally different fucking movie, actually, to be honest. So I knew absolutely zero about this movie going into it, and man, I was pleasantly surprised. Like I would give it a solid 7.5, honestly, out of 10. There's good gore in it. Some of the killings are off screen, but the ones that are on screen are really good. And it's like really fast paced, and the acting is top notch, because this is a lower budgeted movie. It's not like a big $100 million budgeted movie. It's pretty tiny. So, and it shows. You know what I mean? Like it's filmed really well, but you can tell some of the effects, and I like the gore effects are good because they're all practical, which is awesome. But it's just there could have been more. But obviously, I'm going to say budget restraints, cause them to not have as many as they probably should. But still, the scenes of gore that are in here are awesome. And it's funny, too, because I was wondering throughout the movie, who is all going to die in this movie. And I was actually pleasantly surprised of the body count. So, I don't know. And then there's this thing in the basement you have to get ready for it too. So I thought it was a really good movie. I don't want to get too in depth in this movie because I don't want to give spoilers. And again, don't look this movie up other than just trying to find it. It's called Monster Party. Don't read the synopsis. Don't watch the trailer, because honestly, whoever edited that fucking trailer together, you should be ashamed of yourself, because they pretty much gave the whole fucking movie away, and it's actually quite sad. So don't watch the trailer. Don't read the synopsis. Just find it. It's on video on demand. You can get it anywhere, really. It's called Monster Party. I promise you'll enjoy it. Again, it's not a movie you're gonna fucking talk about for years after, but when you watch it, you'll enjoy it, just like I did. And the less you know about it, the better. So, anyways, I just wanted to say thank you, Patrick Maloche, for getting me onto this movie. Even though I stumbled across it by accident because I thought we were watching Book of Monsters. So I will be doing a review for that movie when it comes out too. But anyways, this one is called Monster Party. It just came out, I think, about a week ago. So find it, check it out. I guarantee you'll love it. Very quickly, we're up over 800 subscribers. Moving on up to 850. It's fantastic, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subbed, I'd love it if you did. I got tons of stuff coming out. I apologize for not pumping out videos as much as I have been in the last little while. I've been busy at work, but I've got lots of stuff lined up, and I've actually got another Blu-ray haul and collectible haul. I got to talk about all this stuff I have up here by artist Mike Thane. I've been dying to talk about it, and I just haven't had a chance to do a video for it because I want to make sure I cover it all properly. So, but I am working on it, and it will be up soon. So, and I got lots of trailers coming as well. So, anyways, guys, movie's called Monster Party. I think you're really going to enjoy it. If you haven't subbed, please do so. And until next time, guys, stay scared.